All right, welcome back. We're back here with a story that brought national attention to the city of Dunedin. The city now fining a man $30,000 for overgrown grass.
Yeah, it's an I-team follow-through 5 years in the making. Tonight, investigator Kylie McGivern shows how our reporting prompted changes that helped bring closure to the legal battle.
5 years ago, we met Jim Ficken for the first time.
I was shocked, especially since they didn't let me know that it was running $500 a day until after it already run for about 7 weeks.
This picture bringing the problem into focus. The grass that was too tall, growing into a $30,000 fine that was too big to fight alone.
I started spending time with her and stayed as long as I could. My mom died in Columbia, South Carolina, and I've been dealing with her estate for years. And I had a neighbor who had been helping me out with handyman and cutting yards, and so I asked him to cut the yard while I was away. And he did, except for this last trip when he passed away while I was out of town for 2 months.
Today, Ficken tells us,
they were a godsend, just because they had dealt with these issues before.
That godsend, the Institute for Justice.
Somebody who could fight back.
A nonprofit public interest law firm filed a suit against the city for what they called excessive fines.
Before then, I was just a little guy being bullied.
It was at that time in 2019 we discovered the city had hired a crisis PR firm as it came under fire from the public.
We would like to talk with someone from the city about why he was hired to begin with.
Right.
When we're talking $25,000 for a 1-month contract.
Right, she's not going to be giving any comments. She is out today, so that's all I can say.
Could we speak with you about it?
No, I'm not going to speak about it.
Ari Bargill, Ficken's attorney with the Institute for Justice.
A lot of other people who were in circumstances similar to Jim's came forward saying, I'm facing crippling fines as well. And the city, to its credit, responded to that criticism by creating a fine reduction system. Ultimately, Jim's case was not successful at the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, but by the time it was done, the fine reduction mechanism was in place in Dunedin, and Jim was able to avail himself of the very process that was put into place because of his initial lawsuit.
How much money a day were they ultimately fining you, or was just
$500?
Ficken says he ultimately paid nearly $8,000 in fines after fighting off an extra $10,000 in administration fees the city tried to include. They settled that second lawsuit.
The city of Dunedin would only provide a statement saying it has prevailed in every legal judgment, that the city did not violate Ficken's state or federal constitutional right to due process or impose unlawful fines.
While the fines weren't unlawful, the lien amnesty program the city has since created to provide relief for these very issues has processed around 40 requests so far.
Well, not only reducing my fine, but fines for everybody else. So that to me is the positive benefit out of it, to start a little bit of reining in some of their unreasonable decisions on these kinds of things.
In Dunedin, with photojournalist Matt McGlashan, I'm I-Team investigator Kylie McGivern, taking action for you.
So if you live in Dunedin and his story feels familiar, we do have a resource for you on our website right now, abcactionnews.com. It's actually the city's form right here to apply for a reduction or a waiver of a code compliance lien. You can find this link on our website, abcactionnews.com.